Yo, what's good traders? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's had an amazing trading week. So to start this video off, I thought I will be taking you through three of my trades I've took this week on UCAD, EU, and also gold. But for now, I'm just gonna put into perspective how much you could have potentially made off of these three trades alone, right? So starting off with UCAD, right? What did I get on a UCAD? UCAD was a 1 to 17 trade. So first of all, UCAD. Then we had EU. EU was a 1 to 6. And then we had gold, which was a 1 to 8, right? So these were the three trades that I've caught this week. Um, Two of them were today, EU and gold. But that could have been a potential 31%. So if you was risking 1% on your account, you would have made 31 times your risk, right? 17 plus 6 plus 8. So to put that in perspective for you, if you was to risk, say, $100, right, and you made 31 times your risk, right, that would have been 3,100 you would have made. If you was to risk 10, it would have been, 310. If you was to risk 1,000, that would have been 31,000, right? So just to put it into perspective, these are some of the gains you could have caught this week alone, right? 31% in 1 week. So moving on, we'll get into the first trade. So the first trade was UCAD, right? UCAD on the daily, what do we see? We see accumulation, right? Daily accumulation. As you can see, we got 3 drives lower. 1, 2, 3. 3 drives lower. I don't need to mark this out for you. If you don't know what Wyckoff accumulation is, go and search that up. But this is daily accumulation, right? What do we see? We see prices clearly manipulated these lows in here, these equal lows, and then drove price higher, breaking these two structure points inside here. So we got a clear break of structure. Therefore, we are looking for price to return back down into this area in here on the 4 hour before taking it the next leg higher to the highs, right? So we got some 8 hour imbalance here. So this was a nice area for us to look for lower time frame confirmations to take this up higher for new highs, right? Because overall we're bullish now, and bullish on the daily and the 4 hour, right? Higher time frame is bullish because we broke these two structure points. So what are we looking at now? We're looking at lower time frame confirmations to take buys, right? So what do we see as we go down? We got a nice 1 hour accumulation start to form, right? We got price slowed down. We had a preliminary supply, sellers climax, secondary test in phase B, and spring, all while forming equal highs, right? I like this a lot. This for me is clearly caught my eye. As you can see, I popped an eye there. Caught my eye as clear equal highs suggest money on top. Why? Because every time price touches once, twice, there's sellers, right? There's sellers selling off of resistance, because that's what most traders are taught. I've touched on that in my previous vid, but yeah, so stops would have been above this high in there, and obviously they'll be looking to sell, right? So we're targeting sellers and retail traders liquidity. So that's what we do. And right now, what do we have? So we have this accumulation, 3 drives higher, clear divergence on the 1 hour, clear divergence. As you can see on the RSI, it's going up, price is going down, right? So that's divergence. And then it's going down into the 15-minute. This price action in here on the spring is the main thing that I had my eye on. Yeah, again, divergence, price is going down, and price is going up on the RSI. So now we scale down into the 1 minute, right? We get deeper. Let's go 5 first. What do we see? We see on the 1, we see some nice price action in here. We see a mitigation of that price, that imbalance that was left before, this small drive higher on the 1 minute. And then once we see that, that's not valid for buyers yet, right? This hasn't gave us any confirmation that we're going higher. However, now we've come up and we've created these equal highs and created more liquidity to target. This has now caught my interest even more, right? So now going and finding my entry. I was looking on the 2 minute, I believe it was. Yeah, a 2 minute. Last sell before buy. This was the candle that mitigated the imbalance and drove price higher. So this was the candle for me that I was looking for buys off of, and as you can see, spread, so it was around there my entry, and we got wicked in and boom, price flew. My targets was obviously them 1 hour equal highs that we mentioned previously, so most of my profits were taken off at these equal highs in here. Around a 1 to 10 was when I took partial profits. and then I fully closed out at 1 to 17. So that was this morning, at around 9:30 a.m. I closed out. So yeah. That was UCAD. Why was I targeting there? Well, I wasn't targeting overall. I was targeting 4-hour highs, right? But I don't like holding trades into the weekend. So therefore, I was just looking. I saw price slow down, and we're due a pullback. Right? We can't rally forever. You know, market has to correct itself. I wasn't expecting this, however, but luckily I did close out. I was expecting this 15-minute candle to cause some sort of reaction. Why? Because this was the last buy before the sell-off, right? And as you can see, prices kind of reacted off that, nearly created some relative equal highs. But yeah, moving on to our next trade. Next trade, Euro USD, we're going to. This trade, again, starting off on the daily, what do we see? We've had targets long term for a while of this candle in here. This daily candle mitigating this imbalance, tapping into this candle, which we have finally done, and therefore we're looking for buyers, right? We see a massive bullish engulfing on the daily. On the 1 hourly, what do we see? Yeah, again, price. We had some price action in here that I kind of missed a buy off of. That would have been a nice setup, you know. And yeah, what did we do? We kept reaccumulating and going higher, reaccumulating, going higher. So what caught my interest was it was a 30-minute actually, not 15. Yeah, 30-minute last sell to buy, right? So this was the candle in here that, you know, swept previous lows, you know, mitigated this imbalance in here and drove price higher. This was the place, this was the zone I was looking to take buys off of, right? That candle. So a lot of people, swing traders, they like to just, you know, buy off the open or 50% of the candle, and, you know, target wherever they're targeting, you know, 1 to 5 there, or my targets, you know, 1 to 8. That's still good, right? But I like to be in and out of the market very quickly, right? I don't like to be sitting there holding trades for a few days. I like to be in and out within a few hours, right? So going down into the 15-minute, what do we see? We see price has, you know, swept these previous highs and sold off, and going down as we approach our 30-minute point of interest, we see price start to slow down and start to accumulate. Again, we have these 3 drives lower, right? We had our 1, 2, 3. We had lows formed, manipulated with this candle here, and then we had a nice reaction to the upside, breaking minor structure. I would have preferred this, you know, this high in here to be broke before we looked for buyers, but nevertheless I took the trade based off of, you know, this minor break of structure in here, because we had heavy divergence, right? Heavy divergence. So that's the trade I took on EU. As you can see, we smashed targets. Why was my targets where it was? Because obviously I've got higher time frame targets, but since we're a Friday, I wanted to get in, get out, a nice 1 to 6. This candle was the candle that, you know, swept previous highs and drove price lower. So that was the candle. If we were to see any reaction, it would have been off of that candle in there, right? So that was gold. Moving on, what do we see? No, that was EU. Next trade, gold. So this was another trade. I called this in my Telegram actually. So this was free for all the people in my Telegram to actually get. I had the full analysis on there. Alright, starting from the daily, what do we see? We see a massive sell-off from all the way up in here, 1960, down, right, to this candle. This was the last candle that swept previous daily lows and drove price higher, right? This was my point of interest. And what did we do? As we started to approach that candle, we started to do 3 drives lower on the daily, right? And then we tapped into it and had a significant reaction, right? For me now, I'm looking for buyers. Looking for buyers back into 1900, at least 1950 possibly, right? And what did we leave? We reaccumulated in here and drove price higher. I didn't quite catch that one. I wanted to, but I'm not quite sure. I just didn't catch that one. And then we leave this last sell to buy candle. This was the last candle that holds majority of liquidity that drove price up, right? So as we approached that, what did we do? We started to slow down and accumulate on a 15-minute. Preliminary supply, seller's climax, secondary test and phase breeze spring, and a break of minor structure again, right? Actually, this one didn't have any break of structure, but this trade was, I was so confident in taking this trade, I didn't wait for a break of structure, which I probably should have, right? But nevertheless, we broke 1 minute structure in here, and price just exploded. I was entering off of a 3-minute candle. Well, actually, it was like a varied, because this 3-minute candle aligned with pretty much all candles. We had a 1 minute, what is that, 50% of that, 1 minute, 2 minute, yeah, open of the 2 minute, 3 minute, open of the 3 minute, 4 minute, open of the 4 minute, 5 minute 50%, 6 minute open, 7 minute as well, right? So this candle was valid for me to take the trade based off of that 3 minute, right? Because it aligned with all of my other time frame candles. And as you can see, we just rallied up 180 pips. This move here, I was looking away 1 minute, next minute I come back to my chart and boom, we're floating at around 1 to 8. So that's when I closed out, as obviously we're due a correction, we're due a pullback. And yeah, I'm not looking to hold this over the weekend. I don't like holding trades over the weekend, but 1900 is my overall target. So if I was to hold this gold trade out and target 1900, as you can see, 1 to 42. So that's possible 42% gain off of that trade, which I believe we are going to get up into that area, and sooner or later to fill in some imbalance, right? But yeah, they were my trades. I'll take you through my Telegram quickly. This was gold after the explosive move to the upside. I will take you through. This is me before screenshots, right? Marking it up. Gave you the entry pocket. So for everyone who wanted to take that, they could have. This was the initial reaction off of gold. Boom, as you can see, nice. We broke structure, confirming more bullish momentum. This was my entry on EU. And yeah, TP was smashed on EU 1 to 6. So yeah, they were the trades for today. Yeah, so if you're not subscribed to my Telegram, make sure you subscribe to it. It's free. I drop value there daily, and I send out markups, and obviously like that trade there, I send up free potential trades that I think are going to come into play. So you could have caught that a nice 1 to 8 on your account. Also follow my Instagram, it will be in the description as well. I post stuff on my Instagram as well.